And this is
TV time.
This is our first episode.
First ever video on YouTube. So it should be interesting. Basically, we're going to talk about the Vampire Diaries 100th episode. I can't believe it's 100 already.
I know. Watching since day one.
Season 5. Nice to see how the characters, evolved over the years.
I had a little bit of complaints about this episode.
For
a 100th episode, you think it would have been a little bit better?
I expected a lot. I've watched a lot of shows that have had 100th episodes, and quite frankly, they're usually, amazing, really awesome. Cliffhangers, crazy things.
Especially because Vampire Diaries has had a lot of good episodes like that.
And this season, believe it or not, has been pretty good. I mean, from episode 1 up until, I would say, the time after Bonnie was alive, I really enjoyed that. But then it kind of got slow for a while.
I think it annoyed me too because they spent so much time on saying whether Bonnie was going to be alive or not, and then they just dropped it. And
you figure she is.
Yeah.
But to begin the episode, one of my issues was Catherine. I wasn't sure, obviously, if she was going to die or not in the last episode. Honestly, when she fell over in the last episode, I thought she was actually dead. I didn't realize they were going to drag her death out. And quite frankly, Catherine's been in it from season 1 to season 5.
So I understand why they made it important, but still at the same time, we did not need the flashback. I don't know. For the 100th episode, I feel like that could have waited.
And I never really liked Catherine, ever.
No.
I feel like Catherine, she's always, died or she's been gone.
I do kind of want her to be with Stefan, though. I don't know. I kind of see that happening.
Yeah, and I feel like she has gotten better since she's been mortal. I feel like she can't take as many chances as she used to because there's a possibility that she could easily die.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was annoyed with the whole Catherine thing because they focused so much of the episode on Catherine's death, and I just really never liked Catherine, so I really couldn't care about that. But the whole thing with the flashbacks, with her dreaming, it kind of confused me at first. And then it got to the point where I was just like, I really
because we already, some of the clips,
this.
when she was pregnant, we had already seen that on the show, and then we already knew what happened.
The only decent one was the one where Elena's aunt was holding the knife
and stabbed
Catherine. That was the only interesting one.
But other than that, they all kind of...
I didn't really care for those at all.
Yeah.
One thing that I did like was the fact that some of the originals returned.
Pilar.
I loved Klaus.
Oh, yes, Klaus coming back.
I was very shocked.
Klaus and Caroline, too.
I was very excited, though, because I always liked Klaus and Caroline. I liked Tyler, don't get me wrong. But Klaus, for some reason, I feel like she was really the only person he ever cared about.
Tyler whined too much, I feel like.
And Tyler, basically, in the end, chose Klaus killing Klaus, which never even happened, over his love for Caroline. And I feel like at that point, Caroline was just like, I love you, but you clearly don't care enough about me to stay.
Yeah.
So that was that. One thing I did like was the whole bonding between Stefan and Damon.
Yeah, I thought that was cute.
I liked them on the roof. And I loved how at this point, now, don't get me wrong, I did like Stefan at the beginning of the show. I wanted him to be with Elena. But as the show progressed, I know you have a different opinion.
Yes.
You're Team Stefan. I love Damon. And I still like Stefan, but I feel like Damon, for some reason, is right for what Elena needs at this point.
And I hate what they're doing now, because now it's like you get a pause on that, so even if he wants to get back with Elena, it's not Elena. It's not
definite. But I do love how Stefan was encouraging him, don't lose her.
Yeah.
She's really good for you. So I was really happy about that. And I'm happy that Klaus and Caroline finally just kissed and got it over with, because you knew that was eventually going to happen. I'm so happy they picked the 100th episode to do. That he made one of the that was one of the reasons that I really liked.
I mean, I hope he
episode at all.
I know, they said that this would be the last time they would see each other, but I hope he at least comes back or something.
Oh yeah,
you can't just leave it at that.
Also, the fact that Catherine, they're just dragging her on. Yeah. Everyone keeps coming to see her. Stefan, Lena eventually does. Her daughter.
Yeah.
But I feel like they just kept showing her too much, lying there.
That we missed a plot for the anything interesting happening in the episode.
I feel like that it was dragged on too much in the episode.
It was very disappointing, I think.
And they barely showed Jeremy. It was one of the reasons I watched the show.
Yeah.
Basically, at the end of the episode...
That was shocking,
I would say the last, 15 minutes of the episode?
15 minutes were pretty good, yeah.
Were
because we saw, because Alaric came back and all that, and then...
Basically, I hated the beginning of the episode. When Klaus and Caroline got together...
I think the first 30 minutes dragged.
The first 30 minutes dragged. when Klaus and Caroline got together, I was like, okay, we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
And then when they showed everyone and how Tyler came back, which I knew the actor was coming back, I heard that already, but the fact that he came back right after Caroline was with Klaus, I was very shocked by that.
Yeah.
And I really don't think she'll go back to him.
No, I don't
because
think
I
so
feel
either.
like she's learned
She's already went back to him enough times.
He's going to leave her again eventually.
Yeah.
But I was, interested to see Vicky.
Oh yeah, I thought that was
her in a
cute.
while.
I thought that was cute with her.
And how she was talking to Matt. And we were actually talking, and we were like, man, we're like, this episode is terrible right now. We're like, we really want to see Alaric. And the second he showed up, we were having like a meltdown.
I just liked when Damon was like, cheers, buddy, to him.
Because I loved their bromance. And I loved Alaric. And it's weird because...
I really wish they didn't even kill him off. He was like,
no, I know.
He made the show.
And it's weird because I watch CSI, and he's been repeating on that show now. So whenever I see him, I think, Alaric, Alaric. But, I mean, I like how they show him occasionally. I don't think he'll come back, though, for good.
No.
And then the ending, the final ending, I was shocked. Because I loved how Elena was basically with, Catherine, and was basically just like, I forgive you for everything you did. I know you're dying. Let me kill you. Giving her whatever medicine it was. I'm not really sure.
And then that last second when she said the spell.
The last second. I actually had a really bad feeling. I watch way too much TV. But I had a really, really bad feeling that something was going to happen. And the second that she grabbed her arm, I was like, I was right. Or grabs her face or whatever it was. But I knew something was going to go up.
I knew they weren't going to get rid of her so fast, because especially because Catherine's been on there since like season 1, so they're not going to do that.
But, I mean, overall, I'm shocked because I don't know if Elena's dead. I mean, she's the main character, and it's season 5. So unless they were planning on canceling the show, I highly doubt they would make such a big move like that.
They'd probably, like, the season finale, like, bring Elena back and switch with Catherine.
But I was very surprised, and it will make for, the next couple episodes.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like the recap. Now, what do you think is going to go on from now on? Like, what do you think is going to happen?
Well, they said, like, the next episode's about finding Catherine's body, I guess. But I guess it's just going to be mainly Catherine trying to pull off being Elena.
But honestly, in my opinion, I don't think it's going to last very long.
No, because they all know. She's tried it before.
They've known Catherine for so long, and I don't think she'll be able to pull it off.
No.
I don't think so. I think they'll find out and find a way to save Elena. However, my issue with the show right now, like I said, the middle part of the season wasn't so great in my opinion. I know you kind of felt the same way.
Yeah, I kind of just lost. I mean, the beginning was so good, and then the middle just...
But my main issue is the fact that, they make this whole ordeal, Catherine's mortal. And Catherine is aging and she's dying. And they keep focusing on that. But my whole issue with this is the fact that, she was on her deathbed this whole entire episode. And then all of a sudden, she's back again in Elena's body.
Yeah.
So to me, it's been 5 seasons where we've seen Catherine almost die. We've seen her kill people, and we've seen her destroy people.
And now when it's her turn,
and she's all bad. And when she's finally about to die, she doesn't die. And I understand she's the main part of the show, but at this point, 5 seasons later, like, I don't know about you, but I'm at the point where I'm just like, I really want new storylines. I just want her dead. I'm over Catherine.
It's getting to be the same thing
It's
over and
repetitive because she's never dying. And when they finally make it seem like she is, she doesn't. So what I want to happen is I'm hoping once they find out that she's in Elena's body, I'm hoping they find a way to, like, reverse it somehow.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping by the end of the season that Catherine is dead. I do not want to see her in season 6.
I don't even know how many seasons after next season, like, they can even do with this show.
Well, I know for the network, they're doing very well. The Vampire Diaries is one of, like, their #1 shows.
So they'll keep it, but still. I don't know what storylines they're going to throw in.
I don't either. So I'm very curious what's going to happen next. Okay, well, that's all for our little recap.
Yes,
It's our first video, so hopefully it's decent.
Hopefully it didn't suck.
Basically, we'll be, making, like, more videos. Hopefully we get some views.
Yeah, 1 or 2, that's fine.
I know, right? 1 or 2. Probably by ourselves.
Yeah.
But, basically,
we watch a bunch of shows, so
we watch so many shows. So, for example, Pretty Little Liars is back on.
Yes.
So you can expect a review on that episode. We'll talk about basically how much we've been hating that season so
Oh.
far.
Well, let's talk about that.
Let's talk about going on and on about Pretty Little Liars.
Yeah. Revenge.
And Revenge. That's not back on until March 9th, but we do watch that too. We'll be talking about
Probably
that.
do like a recap of like the previous episodes.
About the previous like season that happened so far, because I know I'm probably gonna need to refresh myself on that.
Yes.
And maybe some other shows too.
Yeah.
We watch a ton of TV.
We watch enough TV.
You
that
never
we can
know.
do this.
I may make her watch an episode of Survivor, so she'll recap with me.
Oh, you still
She may
keep trying on that.
She may make me watch an episode of Glee.
Yes.
So we'll see how it goes from here.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching our video. If you did,
Yeah, thank you. Please
subscribe
comment
to our channel that we're about
subscribe,
to make.
please. Yeah, please subscribe. We need at least 2 subscribers.
At least 2, maybe 3.
If we get 2, we'll make another video.
If not, then we'll probably still make the video anyway.
Yeah. Get another view.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I'm Lillian.